Infinity Ward's turn at making another Call of Duty game comes around yet again, and this time in the form of a reboot of our beloved Modern Warfare franchise. Some characters come in a new package, and the original storybook is closed at the end of Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 2019 is reincarnated, along with our beloved characters. The game features a campaign with a focus on controversial elements, a new multiplayer experience, and something they decided was good enough to call a co-op mode in the form of Spec Ops. Multiplayer. At the time of writing, multiplayer is a bug-filled mess and utterly unbalanced. The M4A1 and 725 completely dominate the meta, and campers are littered everywhere with claymores. The hit radius of the aforementioned shotgun and claymore explosive are beyond ridiculous and require an immediate nerf. The skill-based matchmaking forces good players to be matched with other good players, making every match slow and what Reddit calls a sweat fest. Lobbies are filled with tryhards. Inviting weaker players to play with you means they only get destroyed, as will your team. Modern Warfare also often tries to balance teams by giving them one hard carry, forcing all the pressure onto one person, just because they've done well recently. And I thought this was supposed to be a team game. Oh yeah, my team, like everyone else's team, sucks ass. Why? Because they don't play the fucking objective, or try to take map control. And I almost can't blame them, because if you're the one that makes the move, you lose to campers and fucking claymores. The maps are predominantly trash, with Piccadilly being the absolute worst of the bunch, with a spawn trapping and general horrible layout. Easily one of the worst maps to ever touch Call of Duty. Euphrates Bridge has stupid fucking sightlines, allowing bridge campers to see right to the back of either fucking spawn. The only half-decent maps were the ones included in the beta, like Hackney Yard, Grasner Raid, and Gunrunner, and even they're just decent at best. Not a single map is instantly appealing to play, like the iconic firing range, or, you know, Nuketown. Maps like Arklov Peak, while beautiful, you know, graphics-wise, still contain far too many angles to check. This forces you to play fucking slowly to check every corner before advancing into a fucking camper's crosshair, which themselves can be trained onto you from dozens of fucking spots. Player call-outs alert the enemy and make fucking assassination stupid fucking hard. You know, gunfights at least feels somewhat balanced and enjoyable. Except for that hill map. Fuck that map. Fuck it forever. Like most maps in MDub, it features far too much fucking noise in the terrain, which makes discerning enemy location far more difficult than it fucking should be. Too many times have I been fucking killed from somewhere where I can't see or am not fucking looking. Most of the time the enemy's right in front of me, but since they fucking blend in with the environment, I can't see them, because they always hide in fucking shadow. You know what I fucking mean? Though this has been improved since the beta, it's still fucking prominent enough to be annoying, causing stupid fucking deaths. The challenges were bugged at launch, not tracking properly, and there was a fucking graphical glitch that showed all your weapons as level 1 and showed your in-game level as something that was half your actual level. A minor nuisance, but still a nuisance nonetheless. The green square for new unlocks trigger me off the face of the fucking earth, and I can imagine most OCD people feel the same way. I'm pissed that there aren't the usual bootcamp challenges, and the only way to get new stuff is to do multiplayer challenges that you can only play towards one at a time. I'm pissed that Infinity Ward actively fucking encourages hackers and low-skill players, and I am pissed that they favor players with high ping rather than those with low ping. Ground war spawns are a fucking joke, and tank campers piss me off even more. That being said, it makes killing them all the more satisfying. Shooting people in this game is, however, still very fun, with a big redeeming factor being the smooth gunplay. Even though my aggressive style is punished, it feels great when I finally destroy a camper by rushing right into his fucking face. Playing the right way, as opposed to playing like a fucking bitch. Campaign. The new engine makes for some of the best gunplay found in any Call of Duty game. It feels smooth and satisfying, on par with Destiny 2 for shooting feel. Movement, however, is considerably slower compared to Black Ops 4, and running around feels a bit less responsive and more awkward. You can consider this a big departure from war running and the Black Ops 3 era games overall. The games feature one of the shortest campaigns in the Call of Duty series, averaging around 5.5 hours long. The first few missions noticeably borrow map design taken from multiplayer or vice versa, you know, chicken and egg sort of stuff. Missions are divided by high quality cutscenes that feature a well motion captured cast, but it's too bad that they stutter quite a bit, at least on the game's launch, which in my opinion ruins the flow quite a bit. A decent story and respectable acting contribute well to the campaign's narrative. There's a decent variety of gameplay, from controlling RC aircraft to firing from an attack helicopter. The campaign has a heightened focus on stealth gameplay, with multiple missions promoting it. A highlight for me was most definitely the tactical raid missions where you play as Kyle Garrick. Their tactical nature and room for surprises definitely kept the tension high, not to mention all the intense moments otherwise. I'm not saying that the campaign's lacking in action either. There are definitely many one-man army moments as well. Difficulty-wise, the campaign is decisively not easy. The more advanced AI and relentless aggression made my experience feel much harder than previous entries in the series. My first playthrough was on Hardened, and along with it followed many deaths, mostly because the game punishes aggression heavily, which seems like a common theme over all game modes. The one saving grace of multiplayer is the expansive gunsmith component and the return of modern weapons in today's graphics. Customization is a joy to play with, and makes custom games a pleasure. The multitude of attachments bring a new level of depth to your gun and much more meaning behind personalization. Graphics and audio. Not much to say about either, they are both great. Graphics are top notch and run at a high FPS. Gunshots sound great and crisp. Hit markers are satisfying to hear, except for when you're using a sniper, obviously. They only have drawbacks, which are the footsteps, which need a slight rework in my opinion. This is why I advocate making Dead Silence a perk, since there are far too few counters to campers. They place a claymore right in the right angle, and you'd have no way of getting past it without using grenades to fucking blow it up. The spotter perk needs a buff, as even with it, the red outline barely shows during gameplay. I think it needs to be like a filled red X-ray like in previous games, otherwise it's too fucking hard to see. Spec Ops is an absolute fucking joke of a game mode, and it boggles the mind as to how it ever made it into the final fucking game. Destination-based missions inside a Battle Royale-esque sandbox? Are you fucking kidding me? It makes it feel so fucking low effort. Compare this to like Destiny 2 Strikes, right? And you can easily see the drastic fucking difference in quality. Special operations lack polish greatly, and it's so damn obvious. I can say without a doubt Spec Ops is the worst fucking mode of the whole fucking game. Except maybe for survival, because apparently it's not a part of my game. Thank you, PlayStation exclusivity. I won't forget this. And in my humble opinion, Modern Warfare 3 Survival was the best survival mode. Overall, I'd give the campaign a solid 8 out of 10. It would be higher if it were longer and had more content. I'd give the multiplayer a 5 out of 10, but listen to this. With a single fucking patch, it can be easily raised to a 9 out of 10. A single patch. would fix almost every single complaint I have with it. And Spec Ops. Overall, a 6.9 out of 10. Would run into a Claymore again.